Welcome to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show, where you get advice you can trust, from the latest real estate trends to the best mortgage rates, from curb appeal to home warranty. This is the show that will help you save and make the most money when it comes to buying or selling your most valuable asset. Now, here's your host, broker and founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida, Rick Kendrick.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Sunday, and it's Rick Kendrick, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty Show. We just love the opportunity to be on radio with you here today. If you know anybody considering to make a move, we would love the opportunity to interview for the job. So give us a call at 561-901-3333 or visit rickhasthebuyers.com. So we have Karey Kendrick. Karey, how's it going this morning?
Oh, better than good. Thank you for having me back on your show.
We had a couple days off this past week and went over to the west coast of Florida and vegged out a little bit, but we're back in the game here. In fact, when we got back, our team, which is a great team, had a couple properties that went under contract, and we're going to be telling you about those today. But let's get down to the point here, what I think is pretty important, and I'm just going to hit you with some numbers right off the bat. This is what I call key point indicators. Now, when I say that, these are slight moves to negative or positive, but it starts to take a trend here. So that's the reason why I hit these with you first thing in the morning, because I want you to, take a hold of this right up front and then go with us what we're going to talk about today. So, Karey, one of the key point indicators I show is absorption rate. In May, it was 4.1, and in June, it was 3.9 months. Can you kind of tell me what that absorption rate means?
Yeah, so that's the number of months of inventory that is currently available in the market right now. So the reason that we're so closely monitoring that is to see if we're trending up or down. So if the months of inventory is rising, okay, that can put pressure on home prices. But if the trend is going down, right, then the prices continue to either remain steady or inch up just a little bit.
When you mention inventories, that's a good point, because inventories are starting to trend down again. Active listings, Karey, when I say active new listings, in May it was 12,000 units, and in June it's 10,000 units. Kind of give me a brief analogy of that.
So the inventory goes along with the absorption rate. So again, the less homes that are on the market, the less likely we are to see a drop in home prices.
There you go. The price ratio, okay? Sale to list price ratio. What is that, Karey?
The list to sales price ratio is an indicator to us as to how accurately the homes are being priced. So let's say, for example, on a $500,000 home, okay, if it were to sell for $475,000, that means that it's a 95% ratio. Okay, and so again, what we're looking for here is trends up or down, right? So if we were to see downward pressure on that list price to sales ratio, that would tell us that the market could potentially be softening, but that's not what we're seeing.
No.
As of right now.
So in May, the sale to list price ratio was 94%, and in June, it was 95%. It's remaining pretty steady, okay? Days on the market, Karey. Month of May, there was 58 days on the market before they completed. In June, it took a downturn, meaning the less days on the market of 55 days.
Yeah, so that's a pretty minimal variation between the 2 months. But again, what we're looking for is trends overall in the marketplace, okay? And we're trying to sort of judge, like, where is the real estate market headed, okay? And given the stats that we continue to see month after month, it is just basically reinforcing the lack of inventory that we are still experiencing in our marketplace. So that's why we have not seen a drastic reduction in home prices in our marketplace.
Pay attention, sellers. I'm telling you for a fact, these may be minute indications or trends, but it is a trend that you need to be keenly looking at if you're thinking about maybe making a move here. We can come out and take a look at your property, give you a free market evaluation, give you some tips of what to do and what not to do, but more importantly, sit down with you and kind of go over all your closing costs, okay? You can give me a call at 561-901-3333 or rickhasthebuyers.com. These trends are heading your way, okay? There is a rumor out there that interest rates are going to start taking a tick down, okay? It's at a high now in that 6.8 to 7%, but this is crazy. I'm hearing numbers like 5. So sellers, you need to be advantaged sellers here.
Yeah, and also I would say to the listeners that if you are considering a move, I would encourage you to take Rick up on his offer to give you a free market evaluation, because not only is he going to be taking a look at your home and giving you specific recommendations as far as what you can do to prepare it for sale, but he's also going to go in depth into the market stats for your specific area. You could be in a scenario yourself where you have a more limited market. Okay, and what I mean by that is, let's say you live in a country club community or a 55 and older community. Okay, that actually affects the buyer pool for your home, right? It kind of narrows down who it is that's going to be able to purchase your home. So in those cases, it would benefit you for him to come out and give you like an overview of what's been happening in your specific neighborhood. Okay, how many homes are on the market? How many have been selling? What is your average days on the market that you've been experiencing in your neighborhood?
Great. So, Karey, we pulled together our questions. People call us in reference to the show that we have here, and we really enjoyed being on the show because it really gives us an opportunity to get information out there to potential buyers and sellers and what they need to do. So, Karey, we had 3 questions that you wanted to highlight today. What are they?
So, one of our listeners wrote in and explained to us that they've had their home on the market for almost 6 months, and they've only had a handful of showings. So, what would your advice be to them?
Well, number one, I know this is not one of our listings. Okay. So I would say that they need to be evaluating what their agent is doing for them. They need to be evaluating what the price of their property is. Is the listing agent listing the property or are they marketing it? We, on the other hand, we market the property. So if you've only had 2 showings, there's issues there, and you better hit them right up front because you know them as well as I do, Karey. If you do not get showings in that first 10 days, what is it?
Yeah, so, it is true that most of your showings should be occurring within the first few weeks of your home going on the market. That's when 80% of the buyers that are in the market would be looking at it. So if you're not getting a lot of activity in the first several weeks, there's an issue.
Question 2, Karey, is what?
So we have a listener who's actually under contract to purchase a home, and he just performed his home inspection. And the inspector let him know that the home had the original roof, built in 2006, but he's in love with it, and he wants to know what are his options.
Well, first of all, he said the magic words, I'm in love with it. And let me tell you, if it's a roof, that is not really a reason why you don't buy it, because you can negotiate that if you have a good agent, okay? We know in Florida, the big insurance question today is the age of the roof, right?
Yeah, so insurance has become a really big issue for Floridians, and the age of the roof is certainly top on the list whenever we're getting insurance. So
the life expectancy of a roof becomes a big thing here because it comes into play as far as your annual premium on it. So my opinion on this would be, number one, I would talk to your agent and your inspector and say, how much more life expectancy is on the house? Are there any issues with the house, a roof? Is there leaking going on, or is there missing tile? If there are any issues, there's issues. But this should not stop you from buying this house that you see and you walked in and go, I love it.
Okay, and then the third question is, they're buying a home in a community with an HOA. They were getting ready to close, and the association actually denied their application. They very confused because they both have good credit and want to know what their options are.
Wow, that just happened to us last week, right? 5 days before closing, and the Homeowners Association sent us a little programmed letter saying they were denied. And we could not believe it because we always check this out in advance. In fact, last week we had Eric Rosemary with Cross Country Mortgage. This is the reason why we use Eric, is because he does make sure, are they good to go as far as a credit issue is concerned, okay? Their credit was great. Their credit was perfect. So what ended up being is that one of the buyers had a middle initial and they had her Social Security number wrong. And it took us 2 days to get through the Homeowners Association to make them realize they had the wrong information. And thank God we had Eric, because Eric went and called the Homeowners Association directly and provided them information that gave them a question mark like, we better double check this. So what happened is they ended up getting the deal.
Yeah, so the team that you're surrounding yourself with is a big deal. You don't want to have somebody just accept the denial of your application. You need to have somebody who's proactively willing to stand up for you and figure out what went wrong. And the instance that Rick just spoke about, it was just an identity issue, which is very common. Obviously, there's mix-ups as far as name spellings, middle initials, human error typing in the social security number. So you need to have people who are in there who are willing to fight for you and to figure out what went wrong so that you can get, the approval that you needed so that you can buy the home that you love.
So after the break, we are going to talk about prepping your house to get it ready to go on the market. More importantly, overcoming those what we call deal killers in home sales. This is Rick Kendrick with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
To schedule an appointment with Rick Kendrick to help you buy or sell your home, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Rick will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
So you're thinking about selling your home? May I suggest someone to call who'll get you the best price and sell it in like no time? He's a friend of mine. His name is Rick Kendrick, and he's from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida. Hi, it's Jennifer. Rick Kendrick is so confident in his marketing system that he guarantees to sell your home at a price and a timeline that you all agree to, or he'll buy it for cash. Take Ann and Toby, for instance. They were kind of concerned the market might shift, and they didn't want to risk losing any of the equity that they had built up in their Port St. Lucie home. So they decided to go ahead and sell. When they learned that Rick Kendrick sells homes for 5.2% more than the average agent, they hired my friend, and boom, they came away with an extra $26,000 in their pocket. That extra cash allowed Ann and Toby to pay off debt and downsize into a lovely waterfront condo in Stewart. Give Rick a call today, 561-901-3333. That's 561-901-3333. Or visit rickhasthebuyers.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Rosemary, branch manager at Cross Country Mortgage in Boca Raton. If you're deciding which lender to trust, whether you're purchasing or refinancing, I would love the opportunity to work with you. Over my 20-year career, I've helped close to 10,000 families buy or refinance the place they call home. Despite what you're hearing about interest rates, you might be surprised as what we can do for you. Let's talk. Call or text me at 954-312-3104 or visit rosemarymortgageteam.com.
Hi, I'm Charisma Esteva, Director of Operations and Licensed Closing Agent with Performance Title, your trusted partner in Florida. When the conversation with your realtor or mortgage broker turns to title insurance, make sure you ask for Performance Title. With over 17 years' experience, we've become a dedicated member of our community and a valuable resource to our clients. Join the Performance Title family today. Call me at 954-748-4890 or visit us online at performtitle.com. That's performtitle.com.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home and would like to schedule an appointment with Rick, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, Rick Kendrick.
Welcome back from the break. This segment, we're going to be talking about the big thing, preparing your home for sale. 2 shows ago, Karey, we were talking about the number one thing to do before you put your house on the market. You remember what that was?
Call Rick.
Call Rick. I like it. Yes, but, getting that right agent to make it happen, that is top on the list. But there are other items. The other items will get you more money with the least amount of hassle, okay? And getting it sold in the time frame that you want it. So number 2, Karey, is prepping your home for sale, right?
Yes, prepping the home for sale is a pretty big deal. Buyers, really, when they walk into your home, you don't want them seeing a lot of little things around the house that they need to take care of because that's going to affect the price that you get.
So you talk about the inside of the house, right? You can imagine, you send me out there, right? You make me do these listings, and I enjoy them, by the way. But you never know when you open up that door what you're going to be looking at, right? And this is a professional opinion. Sellers don't get offended when I say you need to take down the hog on the wall or a deer mounted. Decluttering your place is a major thing. People want to walk into something that's fresh looking. Personal photos, when you say, Karey?
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, you want to depersonalize the home as much as you can because, again, when a buyer walks into your home, you want them to envision themselves living there. You're moving, right? So it's a great time to go ahead and, go to Home Depot or Lowe's, buy a big stack of boxes, and then just start clearing out the inside of the home is a big deal.
That's what I tell sellers. That's what garages are for. It's not for cars. It's to where put you all your boxes, right? You ready to sell your house? start packing, right?
Absolutely. And it's a great opportunity for you as well to start securing any valuables that you might have, because once the home goes on the market, we're going to be having buyers come through. All right. So if you have, jewelry around the home or sentimental items that may not be worth money to somebody, but you would be heartbroken if they were to go missing or break or whatnot, or for instance, firearms, if you have a safe, make sure all that stuff is tucked away.
Yeah. I had a gentleman the other day. Yeah. I walked into his house and he brought his gun out and he goes, "Hey, Rick, what should I do with this?" I said, "You need to put that in a safe." He goes, "No, I'll go give it to my neighbor across the street. He'll watch it for me." So, sellers, here's what we're saying to you. You want to get the most money out of your place, right, Karey?
Yes.
And the only way you're going to do it is that you make things presentable where they see the value in your place when they walk into the door, because their place becomes their place.
And a lot of folks also question, do I need to paint the whole interior of my home? And depending upon what paint color you have, that might be something that you would want to consider. Neutral colors obviously are best. Depending upon the condition of the paint, Rick, when he takes a look at your place, will give you some advice to that. Obviously, if you have a fuchsia room or a purple room, we would probably say go ahead and paint that a beige color. But it's all going to depend on the condition of the interior of your home, right? Also having it professionally cleaned, all right? If you have pets, odors are a big deal. Scents can really make a big deal in the minds of buyers. We've had folks who are smokers and they smoke in the garage, and that's their rationale. But the buyers that don't, when they walk into your home, they can immediately smell it regardless of where you're smoking.
Let's step outside the door for a second, okay? Curb appeal is pretty important, right? Them driving up is the first thing they do is imagine where they're going to be living, right? So if the flowers are out, it's freshly mulched, the yard is cut, all A pluses, right? Those things are pretty important. Now, if they drive up and there's mold on the gutters or stains or their yard hasn't been cut, understand, sellers, you're losing value here. This is where you want to make your money. Now, let's go back inside. AC system, I strongly recommend that you just get it serviced. Get the old filter out. Air filter tells the potential buyer if they really take care of the house, believe it or not. Your termite inspection, make sure that's up to date. And that if you have a water system, in some places like Loxahatchee, there are systems out there that are on water purification systems. Those filters need to be changed on a regular basis. Be sure to do that. When we get a buyer and they're looking at a house in Loxahatchee, a lot of times they're on well and on septic tank. We strongly recommend our buyers to have those professionally looked at.
What Rick is really getting at here is that if you're not maintaining the home, okay, that's a huge red flag in the buyer's eyes. And what that translates into is less money for you because they don't know what's hiding behind your systems. And so they'll penalize you by offering less money for your home, thinking that they need to budget money for the future to take care of any items that might pop up.
So number one, find a great agent. Consider your curb appeal, declutter living areas, depersonalize your space, repaint walls to neutral tones, touch up any scuff marks, and fix any loose handles that are on the doors. That's pretty much in a nutshell. Right, Karey?
Absolutely. And this list may seem overwhelming, but it's not. Okay. Again, Rick will come out to your home and take a look. Okay. You can give him a tour of any upgrades that you've done over the years. You can tell him the age of the roof, when your AC was last serviced, and he can give you some ideas of what you can do, okay, that aren't necessarily going to cost you a lot of money, but could potentially make a big impact on the buyers when they're coming in your home and what they're experiencing when they see your home.
We have a pretty good program right now. I don't know if any agents in Palm Beach County are offering this. It's called our Certified Pre-Owned Home Program. Now, what we do is this. We get a qualified inspector out there to do a pre-inspection. Now, Karey, what this pre-inspection is going to do, it's going to tell them major things that may be issues that you didn't realize. Okay? Like you were talking earlier about the roof, right? If a home inspector goes there before we put it on the market, we are able to know this information in advance. A pre-inspector will go in there, take care of it, give you a report, show you the report, the goods and the bad and the ugly. And what you do is you have like an advanced checklist of things that you can take care of before that first buyer walks in. The other thing that we do is this, and we've run into this situation before. We'll actually do a lien search in advance. Okay, you could get at the end of this contract and find out that you may have a problem with your title, or that you may have some outstanding remaining liens that are on your property that you need to get resolved. This is about a 2 or 3 week process to get that taken care of. So we'll do that in advance. Number two, we'll offer, and this is the comfort of the buyer, we'll give the buyer a 12-month home warranty to cover all the appliances, including the AC system. Okay, it's big. A lot of buyers need that comfort, and this will give them comfort. And then more importantly is this. What we do is we put our seal of approval on that house for the buyer. And what I mean by that is that in the first 24 months, if that buyer is not happy with that house, they call us up and we'll sell it for free. How you like that? I think that's pretty cool stuff. 1 out of 5 deals a lot of times do not go to the end of the closing table because there are things that come up in the inspection report. Right, Karey?
Yes. Yep.
And so that in itself, getting an inspection becomes a critical issue here.
Yeah, so you don't want your deal to fall apart because of title issues or issues with the inspection report. So the CPO program allows the seller, if they choose to participate in it, to sort of tackle all these issues before the home even goes on the market. Because once you get your property under contract, you do not want the deal falling apart because then you have to put it back on the market, you have to start showing the home again, and it can become a major inconvenience. And you also want to know with confidence that once the property does go under contract, that you are going to be closing on it.
Well, and of course we have our guarantees that we give every seller here. Okay, our reality-based selling price guarantee, our honest promise guarantee, communication guarantee, qualified buyer's guarantee. All those are automatically in there right off the bat. This is about $18,000 worth of value that we can offer our sellers when we list a property. Karey, so after the break, we're going to go through our featured listings of the week, our buyers in waiting program, and then we're going to talk about the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty Go Serve Big mission. This is Rick Kendrick. We'll be right back.
To schedule an appointment with Rick Kendrick to help you buy or sell your home, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Rick will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.
Hi, I'm Eric Rosemary, branch manager at Cross Country Mortgage in Boca Raton. If you're deciding which lender to trust, whether you're purchasing or refinancing, I would love the opportunity to work with you. Over my 20-year career, I've helped close to 10,000 families buy or refinance the place they call home. Despite what you're hearing about interest rates, you might be surprised at what we can do for you. Let's talk. Call or text me at 954-312-3104 or visit rosemarymortgageteam.com.
Hi, I'm Charisma Esteva, Director of Operations and Licensed Closing Agent with Performance Title, your trusted partner in Florida. When the conversation with your realtor or mortgage broker turns to title insurance, make sure you ask for Performance Title. With over 17 years' experience, we've become a dedicated member of our community and a valuable resource to our clients. Join the Performance Title family today. Call me at 954-748-4890 or visit us online at performtitle.com. That's performtitle.com.
Hi, it's Jennifer Rossa, and if you've been thinking about selling your home, you already know that the only agent that I would recommend to you is my friend Rick Kendrick. He's a broker and founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty of Florida. Now, what about the listener who would love Rick to sell but doesn't want to deal with the headaches of cleaning, staging, holding open houses, and all that other stuff?
Well, Jen, we have the perfect solution. First of all, we always like to make our traditional home selling process stress-free, but for the listener who doesn't want to fix up their place, who has inherited a home, or simply wants a fast, hassle-free sale, we can make them an immediate cash offer. And for that seller to get the most amount of money for their home.
Come on, you can do that?
Absolutely, Jen. We'll come right over, appraise a home, make you a fast, fair cash offer, and close as little as 3 weeks.
Cash in your hand, hard to beat it. Call Rick Kendrick right now, 561-901-3333. That's 561-901-3333. Or visit rickhasthebuyers.com.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home and would like to schedule an appointment with Rick, call 561-901-3333 or go to rickhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, Rick Kendrick.
Okay, this is our final segment of the show, and we do kind of feature our listings for the week. Also, what we do is that we talk about our buyers in waiting. Mr. Seller, if you are thinking about putting your place on the market, we would love to interview for that position. With that in mind, we had in the last 30 days, 31 buyers that we met with, got them pre-approved, and they're basically ready to go. Now, as far as our listings are concerned, we got 3 properties that went under contract. Just to give you an idea of sellers, one of our properties, we got them under contract in 32 days. Another one we had, it was a condo, and we got them under contract in just 12 days. So We were talking earlier about how many days on the market. Well, we're at 58, 55. These are well below that. So we do get your place on the market and sold below what the daily averages are out there. So let me talk a little bit about our listings out there because they're pretty good listings. We have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, and I just showed that before I came here. It's in North Palm Beach on Yacht Club Drive. Man, what a view. This thing is dynamite. It's on the first floor. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath property. Looking at MacArthur State Park, right, Karey? Mm-hmm. And Singer Island, direct eastern view. Could not get a better view. Priced at $530. It really has a lot to offer you. Ready to move in. And the great thing about being on the first floor is that when you, as a buyer, you buy a place, if you're on the second or third floor, by law, you cannot use a gas grill, right? But this is a first floor unit. It has a dock right out front. It's directly on the Intercoastal Waterway, so that's priced at $530. Ought to check that one out. It's pretty cool. Then let's shoot out to Westlake. We have a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath. This is the lowest price per square foot home. It's only 2 years old. It's priced at $648. Over 2,300 square feet. Overlooking a little pond, oversized lot. HOAs are low. I encourage you to take a look at that. And Mr. Buyer, if you are out there looking to make a move, we'd be happy to sit down with you and show you these properties. Just give us a call at 561-901-3333. Karey, let's talk about the Go Serve Big mission.
Yeah, so we do like to highlight our Go Serve Big mission at the end of each of our shows. Listeners, we are on a mission to raise $25,000 for various local charities in our market area. So what we do is we do donate a portion of the proceeds from our home sales to these great organizations. So if you're thinking of making a move, we would love the opportunity to work for you.
So thank you for taking time to listen to us today. This is Rick Kendrick with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty Florida, serving the Southeast Florida coast. Our network extends all across the country, including Canada. You can call me or text me at 561-901-3333. Looking forward to next week. Tune in every Sunday at 10 a.m. We are on 850 WFTL News Talk.
You've been listening to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show with broker-owner Rick Kendrick. Heard every Sunday morning here on News Talk 850 WFTL. Rick's company name is his promise, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. To speak directly to Rick about buying or selling your home, call now to schedule an appointment, 561-901-3333. Or visit rickhasthebuyers.com. And mark your calendar to join Rick again next week at this same time for the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on News Talk 850 WFTL.